Welcome to the Wake Up Call Network. I'm your host, David Frankel, and today my guest is Jorge Gordinho for his company, Play and Stay Pet Resort, and you're watching the Perky Collar TV show. Welcome, George.
Appreciate it, Dave.
Thanks for
Thank
coming.
you so much.
I appreciate it. And tell us about our other special guest today.
So this is my dog. This is Bamboo.
Hello, Bamboo. Welcome. You're our first dog on the show ever. So those of you that are pet lovers, eat your heart out. We brought a live dog in the studio today.
Yeah, Bamboo's a good boy. He's a little rambunctious, but
He's even gives big hugs too.
absolutely.
We've been working on that the entire time before we went on set. Is how many hugs can Bamboo give in a 15-minute segment?
Well, he's like the Walmart greeter over at the dog daycare. So he plays with all the dogs all day long. And apparently I need to leave him there a little bit longer because he is just excited to be in here.
Excellent. Well, again, we can't talk about a Play and Stay Pet Resort without the pet, the dog himself. And Bamboo wanted to be, he doesn't have a lot to say today.
Well, he's trying to steal the show, I think.
Well, maybe he could steal a show. That's a good possibility.
Weird.
When this show gets the most views of any show, we'll know the majority of people watching me are pet lovers more than they are lovers of the Perky Collar TV show. And that's okay. As long as you watch, everyone's welcome. So tell us, obviously you're a pet lover, a dog lover. What inspired you to start your own pet and stay?
So I grew up with huskies. My family used to breed huskies and been around dogs all my life. I also sell real estate, and the former owner of the old daycare, it used to be called All Wags, that's where I used to take my old dog. She reached out to me and she had said that she was thinking about selling the business and that she wanted my help with it, see if there was anything that I could help her with since I was doing residential real estate. So ended up taking a look at it, ended up having a couple of different people come in, and during the process, it ended up just kind of coming out like, why is it that I'm not the one buying this?
Right.
So ended up going through with it, fell in love with the idea of it, and my first hire was my sister. So we turned it into a family business and ended up just riding the roller coaster of what it is to be a small business owner in Charlotte.
Excellent. How long has the pet resort been open?
So it's been a dog daycare at that location for 12 years,
Okay.
and it's been Play and Stay for the past year and a couple of months. We bought it in October of 2016.
Okay. And what separates your Play and Stay or your pet resort compared to other pet resorts you might find in Charlotte?
Right. So what we do is we focus on customer service and convenience.
Obviously, patience is one
Obviously,
factor.
patience. Well, this one's all puppy.
Yeah.
So he'll be doing this until 9 o'clock at night.
Nice.
So
So those of you thinking about getting a puppy, just understand what you're getting your hands into.
absolutely.
Right.
Yeah, and this one's only 2 years old, so
Right.
got a little
so 3
while
more years of
longer to go.
puppiness.
Exactly.
They're all so cute, though.
They are cute. And thank God they're cute, because if they weren't, I don't really know what people would do. Another thing that separates us, we strive to make it as convenient for our clients as possible. We even offer a drive-through window for daycare drop-offs in the morning.
Wow. You'd be stuck up through a drive-through window, though. He's a little big.
Well, that's the whole thing. They usually drive up.
Malteses, you just slide into the
Oh,
window.
no. It's a full bay door.
Like a tube for the, at the bank. Just slide into the tube and he's good to go.
Some of our dogs
This will
could
require a
fit
pretty
one
big
of
tube
those.
and a pretty heavy one.
You'd have to keep one of the little slots open, though, so they actually get the air
That's
to
true.
enjoy
Well,
the
hopefully it's a
window.
quick trip.
Absolutely.
There's not as much of a factor, hopefully. I can see all animal activists now. How dare you say that about dogs in pneumatic tubes at the bank?
Exactly. Yeah. that
We're
really
not
would
harming
be
any
good.
animals in production of the show. This is all for education purposes.
Come here. Hey.
So you have a drive-through window. So how's
We do.
how's the drive-through window work? They just pull up and
So
they...
yeah, so on initial visit, you have to fill out a little bit of paperwork. So once they're actually, the clients are in our system, dogs are in our system, they drive up, the clients will recognize that someone's there, and we have a bay door right in the front that they walk out and they'll actually get the dog out of the back or
Okay.
whatever it is, and then they can just go ahead and clock them in.
Excellent.
Ended up adding a level of technology to the dog daycare. We use iPads to check all the dogs in.
Oh, interesting.
So if you're boarding or doing daycare, if you're boarding, it's going to take a little bit longer because you have to fill out a little slip. That usually ends up being like about a 3 to 5 minute process. But if it's daycare, we try to have you in and out of there within 2 minutes just because it's a convenience thing for us. We want to make sure that we're providing the highest level of customer service and the highest level of convenience because you have something going on.
Right.
It's not like, I have a really slow day today, but I'm just going to go ahead and take them. Like we figure, let's get the dogs in, let's get them playing so their owners, their humans can go do whatever it is they got to go do.
And what kind of notice do you need in order to do the daycare or the stay? Because I know a lot of times, work things come up and you
Right.
drop the dog off and you're thinking about everything you need to do, get ready for the meeting, but then it's like, oh my gosh, I had to make sure that the dog's taken care of, and you try and find a pet sitter, but then it may not
Right.
work. And obviously, if you're being taken care of at your facility, the pet resort, as well as it would be at home, then it's a win-win for everybody. So is there a certain amount of notice or a certain amount of time frame that you need in order to register a dog to stay for either daycare or longer stay at the resort itself?
It's so the way it works is the Department of Agriculture is what polices us. That's who monitors us to make sure that everything's above board and that the facility is clean, the dogs are being taken care of very well. They mandate that it be one handler for every 10 dogs.
Okay.
So then I want to have more of a boutique feel.
Okay.
So our rule is one handler for every 8 dogs.
Okay.
That way we get to know your dogs one-on-one. If we notice that they have a bump or something like that, we want to be able to be the ones that catch it to let you know. So stuff like that. We like to have notice, like as soon as you know, just give us a call, just to let us know that you're going to be bringing in your dog, just so that way I can maintain that 1-to-8 ratio. So it's
staffing
more,
purposes, you
right.
have as much notice as possible.
Right. And then as far as like one of the problems that a lot of people run into in Charlotte, especially with dog daycares, is that they run out of spaces for the dogs. We have up to 90 spaces.
Wow.
So we're okay with that. And then we also have a very large facility. It's 10,000 square feet indoor.
Wow.
And then it's also an additional 17,000 square feet outdoor play space.
Wow. So obviously during high times, like I guess Easter break, winter break, spring break, I guess this overlaps with Easter break.
Holidays, it gets
summertime. You just need to staff up because you're the facility big enough
Exactly.
to handle the dogs.
Exactly.
So making sure you keep that 1-8 ratio in check is the most important thing.
Absolutely.
Okay. So as long as you're booking your vacations in advance, so they know what to expect them,
Mm-hmm.
you have no problem taking on the
Not at all.
dogs.
Yeah, we don't have a single issue with it.
Is there a time of year that you are at full capacity?
Yeah, usually around Christmas and Thanksgiving. I think just about everybody ends up doing a little bit of traveling at Thanksgiving. That's by far our busiest. I think Bamboo wants to be on YouTube as well,
Nice.
because he's trying to get some internet fame here for
Trying
us.
to go viral. Who isn't? Who isn't trying to go viral, right?
So yeah, Thanksgiving ends up being super busy for us. Christmas and New Year's is also another busy time. 4th of July, obviously. So as soon as you know that you're going to be heading out of town
Right.
and dog's not going to be making it, then we'd like to know, just so that way we can get you on the calendar.
Makes sense. So walk me through a day in the life of a dog at your pet and stay resort. What's kind of the routine? What time do you wake up? What time does staff show up?
So we
is it
open,
overnight staff? I assume not. But
we do have
You do
overnight
overnight
staff,
staff. Okay, that's
yes.
impressive.
And then basically our day starts at 7 a.m. So the employees, one employee will get there at 6:30, usually to unlock everything, turn on all the lights, make sure that 7 o'clock we're ready to rock and roll.
Okay.
Start receiving dogs, start getting the day going. Sorry. I don't want him to take down the backdrop here. So 7 o'clock is they go in, the handlers, they're going to go and check on whoever boarded. We have 24-hour staff. And then at 7 a.m., we let them out for their initial restroom break. So they go outside. Sorry, he's in something here.
Right. That's all right.
Sounds like breaking plastic, so that's never good. Sorry, my apologies. So they come in at 7, and then they give them their first break.
Okay.
Then dogs go to the restroom. They're out for about 15 to 20 minutes. And then the dogs come back in for breakfast, all the boarders.
Okay.
If any daycares come in at that time, they go directly into the yard and they start playing. So we have handlers watching them.
Big deal.
So then we usually, unless one of the daycares, if the parents tell us, look, Scout, he didn't end up having breakfast this morning, would you mind feeding him? Then he'll get fed. Once we feed them, we leave them up in the kennels for 45 minutes, just so that way they can digest, because we want to make sure that they're not just jumping around, going right into playing because of things like bloat.
Sure. Makes
Bloat is this disorder that happens where their stomach, nobody necessarily knows like why it happens, but it's very prevalent in certain breeds.
Okay.
But it can happen to just about any dog because of the way their digestive system's laid out. It's a horizontal digestive system. If they have too much stimulus or they get too excited right after a meal, their stomach, while they're digesting, can actually knot up and turn. and it can be deadly if you
Sure.
don't catch it in time.
Mhm.
So we put them up for 45 minutes just to relax, to make sure that they get a little bit of digestion. Then once they come back out, the daycares, they're good to go. They get to play for the rest of the day. The Department of Agriculture mandates that all the dogs get a 2-hour break from playtime, just so that way they don't have to deal with exhaustion.
Sure.
So we do that at lunchtime, so that way we can offer tours to our human clients,
Okay.
so that people can come in during their lunch break, and then that way they can actually get a tour of the facility, see what it is we do, and everything. And then once the afternoon hits, it's really kicking in there now. Once the afternoon comes at 2 o'clock, we let them back out for the afternoon. If we have special instructions for any dogs where they eat at lunchtime or anything like that, then there'll be 20-minute bathroom break, but then they go up for their lunch, or we'll do it during that noon time. We try to always maintain the regiment that the adult parents have,
Right.
that the human parents have for their pup. And then they play until it's time to pick them up, and we're open from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m.
And at the end of the day, you're exhausted.
At the end of the day, we're exhausted, and
You hope they're
sometimes
exhausted too.
we hope, but this one's got a little bit extra energy today.
Yes.
He knew he was going to be on camera, so
Oh yeah. He's done a great job.
well.
He's not barking. At least you can hear us still, right?
That's true.
It could be much more difficult.
Yeah.
So obviously, a lot of people have dogs that have special diets.
hmm
What do you do if you're watching a dog that has a special diet? Do they provide the food for you, or do you?
So
How
yeah,
do you separate those from other dogs, or do all the dogs eat the same thing, or is there some eat all the same things, some eat special diets? How do you work that out?
if you bring your own dog in, right now we offer Purina One as the in-house dog food that we give the dogs.
Okay, this is all part of the cost.
It's all part of the cost.
Okay.
And if, let's say, your dog has some special dietary need or
Sure.
anything like that, then you bring their food. We will feed them exactly the way you want it done.
Okay.
Like if it's at some weird time, or if it's, certain amounts, or it's a mixture of wet food and dry food. Again, we want to make life as convenient as possible and give the highest level of customer service.
Mhm.
So we want to keep your regiment in place for your pup.
Excellent. And there's no additional charge for administering their own food,
No.
or special schedules, or what
Nothing
about
like
medicine as far as injections? I know that's always a
Yeah.
concern for a lot of people that either have older dogs or have special needs dogs.
We
that
do
require
medications.
things like injections at certain times a day.
We've had, actually, over Christmas break, we had a diabetic dog with us.
Did you?
14-year-old.
That makes the parents obviously more nervous that
Absolutely.
they're not going to take care of them as well as
Right.
they would, and something's going to happen to them when they're gone. They're going to feel terrible.
No, our
So
staff
something
is
you can-
very capable. They're very trained up. They're very comfortable with it, as long as when we get the initial directions on how to do the medication, as long as those are very complete
Mhm.
and just tell us, this is exactly how we want it done, we can follow it. And then also, where we're located, we're within a quarter mile of Archdale Vet
Okay.
Clinic. And so if we ever have any questions or any kind of weird thing arises, we can call them. We have a great relationship with them. And then we're only a mile from Long Animal Hospital.
Okay.
So if there are any sort of emergencies or anything like that, we take them there directly.
Well, tell all the viewers and all the people listening, how do they find you? Where is the Pet and Stay Resort?
So we're located at
Play and Stay Pet
67
Resort is the exact name. Go
Play
ahead.
and Stay Pet Resort, and we're located at 670 Griffith Road, and we are right behind that Costco off of the corner of Tybola and South Boulevard.
Okay.
So convenient to the interstate, convenient to the light rail, obviously Tybola and South Boulevard.
And is there a good phone number for them to call you if they have any questions?
Absolutely.
Or a website they can go to for any pictures or testimonials or any of this type of things?
Yeah, absolutely. Check out our Google reviews and our Facebook reviews.
Okay.
We also have a website. It's playandstaypetresort.com.
Okay.
Or you can go to playandstay.dog. That actually works instead of .com. And then our phone number is 704-527-WAGS, W-A-G-S.
Excellent. Well, very good. Anything that I didn't touch on that you want to make sure is a differentiator between your pet resort and other ones that are out there?
Yeah, we
Maybe hours of operation or
what we really specialize
availability,
in,
things like that?
obviously, besides customer service and making sure that the dogs are obviously safe, we are a free play facility.
Okay.
So there's a lot of newer places, bigger places, that what they do is you go drop your dog off and it's a safe place for your dog to stay. With us, what we want to do is, like, they end up just putting your dog in a kennel. what we do is we want those dogs to be socialized and to have fun in a safe way.
Mm-hmm.
So in that way, they're around other dogs for as much time as possible. If there happens to be any issues, we make sure we handle issues before they become incidents. So handlers are always on top of it to make sure that all the dogs are playing well and safe. And they're like toddlers.
Sure.
If they step out, we got to put them in timeout for a little bit.
Sure.
But they respond to it.
Are there certain breeds that you're more cautious of?
So
that intermixing socially tend to have problems, or is it just based on the dog alone? The breeds have nothing to do with it.
it's based on the dog. Every first visit is a free visit. We
Okay.
do what's called a free play day.
Okay.
And we use that day to evaluate the dog's temperament, how they play, their play style, everything, to see what yard they're going to end up falling in, because we have 4 major play areas.
Mhm.
Small paws, tiny paws, big paws, and then office paws. Now, with office paws, those are for the dogs that don't really like being around other dogs. Those are the dogs that want to sit up in the front office and just sit there and just get petted all day by humans.
Nice.
So then, once you get the free play day, we kind of know how to organize it and then see, okay, temperament-wise, this dog's, really, really playful, and then we'll know what yard's going to best suit them. But that's also why that first free play day is so important.
It's like a coach trying to organize all his players and the egos and making sure everybody gets along well and
Absolutely.
everyone plays nicely together.
Yeah, and you'd be surprised. Dogs are very, very different off-leash than they are on-leash. A lot of people, they worry that their dog's not social and stuff like that. That's not necessarily the case. Dogs, as soon as they get a chance and they're around other dogs, they remember how to be a dog.
Right, that makes sense. That's excellent. And dogs that you have yourself, you just have one?
I have
Just
Bamboo.
and that's the one you have?
Mhm.
I think you're enough, huh?
Yeah.
You're busy enough, you're enough.
Bamboo. He keeps me busy.
Does Daddy handle more than just you?
I'm not sure. I mean, since I've gotten him, I've lost 15 pounds, so you got that.
So if you're looking to start a workout regimen in 2018, you have 2 options. Go to the gym or get a puppy. Those are
Or
your
come
options.
borrow Bamboo.
Or borrow Bamboo. His rental options are what, per rate, per month, per week,
We can figure out something.
per hour,
yeah.
per minute? It's whatever you can handle.
He's like a personal trainer.
Right, I can see that, very sure. Well,
Yeah.
excellent so much. I really appreciate you coming and introducing Bamboo to the internet world and letting people here in the Charlotte market know about the Play and Stay Resorts and making sure they know it's an option. Obviously, people have travel plans, business plans
Absolutely.
that come up suddenly. Unfortunately, there's deaths in the family sometimes. They have to
Right.
go suddenly, and you're just trying to get there to help your family. It's nice to know there's a friendly place to take your dog. Again, the name of the place is Play and Stay Pet Resort. This is Jorge Gordinho, and his resort is located again. Give us the address one more time.
It's 670 Griffith Road in Charlotte, 28217.
And the phone number they can reach if they have any questions.
It's 704-527-WAGS.
And the website is?
PlayandStayPetResort.com.
You got everything you need to know. Thank you guys for watching. We'll be right back after the break. Take a couple minutes to talk about my business and some of the things that I'm doing. Give you a reason to tune in each week. So I'm an inventor. Everyone's like to say they've met an inventor. It's nothing special. I just decided to solve a problem and create a solution instead of complaining about the problem. So I created a product called the Perky Collar. It is a collar support system for dress shirts. The packaging is right here. And what the product does, it lifts the collar up. So if I'm not wearing a tie, I can maintain a high collar professional look. So what it looks like is this. It has a nice magnetic lid for the box, so you can store accessories in here. And this is what the tool looks like. Nothing fancy, but it does a great job of lifting the collar up so it doesn't droop and sag. Let me show you how it works. So this is how you want your shirt to look if you're not wearing a tie. But you can see as soon as I remove the collar support, how quickly the placket starts to fold, the collar starts to tuck under. It just looks sloppy. And if I went to any downtown of any city across the country, 90% of the men are walking out like this unless they have ties on. And the tie is almost dead. So because it's dead, I decided to come up with a product that can help people not wear a tie, but not look sloppy at the same time. So here's how it works. Lift the collar up. You want to leave your collar stays in because collar stays prevent collars from curling. That's a different problem. Take the Perky collar, drop it down, and then put the collar down on top of it. And that's it. And now you're back to a nice high collar professional look. Sometimes you adjust this a little bit to make sure it's even. And there goes the folded placket. There goes the tucking under my blazer. And it's back to a nice, clean, crisp look. Now where can you find the Perky collar? I'm sure that's the question you're about to ask. Let me answer that question for you. It's perkyllc.com, spelled PERKYLLC.com. So this product's been on the market for about 2.5 years. We've now sold 10,020 as of today, and looking forward to our next 10,000 sold. To complement the Perky Collar, I've also reached out to other inventors all across the country to complement the Perky Collar. And I met a gentleman out of St. Louis, Missouri named Cedric Cobb, and he invented what's called the Best Pocket Square Holder. So he sells a Perky Collar on his websites and shows. I sell his pocket square holder on my website. And that way people looking for innovation can find innovation on his website along with innovation on my website. So his product looks like this. It's called the Best Pocket Square Holder. And here's what it does. It solves the problem of the droopy, saggy pocket squares. So pocket squares, when you fold them, they always unfold and always fall down in your jacket pocket. So this device looks like this. You simply squeeze the device, drop the folded pocket square or pocket round in the device. It locks it in place. And then because the height of the pocket square holder, it just drops right into the pocket, keeping it perfectly looking great and not having to mess with it over and over again throughout the day. And that's the pocket square holder. Both items sell for $25 on the website. Again, you're talking $50 total for both items, but they make a world of difference. If you haven't bought holiday gifts yet for the men in your life that just are hard to buy for, these are two great innovative products that I'm sure they would truly enjoy. I'm not finished yet. We also have what's called button-up collar stays. Now, collar stays are around since the 1950s. I'm tired of talking about collar stays. Well, these collar stays are different. This is a gentleman out of Wichita, Kansas. His name is Mike Fisher, and he invented a collar stay, but it has an added function of a hook on the end. And that's to help you fasten buttons on your sleeve, as well as help you fasten maybe the top button of your shirt. And especially for older people that have dexterity issues, arthritis, carpal tunnel, this can be a real challenge, a real difficulty each and every day. And if your wife's not there to help you or your child's not there to help you, you want to be able to dress yourself each and every day. So this becomes a great tool. And then for younger guys out there, you just use it as a collar stay. If you're an older gentleman, use it to button your sleeve buttons and then use it as a collar stay. So this little pack here has stainless steel collar stays. You have 3 different sizes because obviously every collar is different lengths. And it's metal, so you don't have to worry about it causing your collars to curl. It's a great complement to the Perky Collar because the Perky Collar does not prevent collars from curling. You need to wear collar stays. So why not wear button-up collar stays that can also help you fasten your buttons at the same time? So that's the button-up collar stays. These are $20, also available on perkyllc.com. Next up is holeless belts. And I'm sure you're all thinking, oh, I've seen the Mission Belt on Shark Tank. I've seen that. Well, this is different. This is 100% cowhide. That's one of the biggest differences. It's the same type of leather they use on the saddles of horses. So it's much thicker, stronger leather. There's no ratchet system here, unlike the Comfort Click belt that's all over TV right now. Instead, the technology is in the buckle. So all you're going to simply do is you're going to put the belt through and it locks in place. Now, it's holiday time. We're all gaining weight, let's be honest. Okay? So what we do, instead of having to go up an inch or down an entire inch based on our weight fluctuation, we just simply tilt the buckle a little bit, bring it in a little bit. If I lost a little weight, and it locks back in place. If I just had a big holiday meal, I loosen the teeth a bit, back in place. Again, I don't have to go up or down an entire inch. These are beautiful. They come in brown, which is what I have here. They come in cognac, which is what I have displayed here. And they also come in black. They are a limited supply. They are very hard to get a hold of for whatever reason. But I do have about a dozen left to service the community. And I can guarantee you, whoever you give this belt to will never wear a whole belt again because it's a frustration to have to poke your own holes, to stretch the holes out because you gain a little weight, lose a little weight. The belt never fits right. We don't gain weight by 1-inch increments. So why would we have a belt that only goes up or down by an inch? So those are all the innovative products that we have on the website. And in closing, we also have some fashion items on our website because we realize that people that are buying innovative products also like to look good with different pocket squares, different pocket rounds. Well, my wife makes all of our pocket squares and pocket rounds. They're also all available on our website, perkyllc.com. And here's an example of one of her pocket rounds. Those of you who've never seen a pocket round before, it's the same as a pocket square, just circular. But you notice it's 2-sided. No one else does that. You notice the stitch work is 2 different colors. We got light blue on one side and kind of a royal blue on the other. But again, when folded, it really becomes a work of art. So just to kind of give you a quick example of how beautiful a pocket round is, this is an example. And then when you use the pocket square holder, it prevents the pocket square from unfolding, or pocket round, again in this case, from unfolding. So when you put it in the pocket, it stays perfect all day long. So again, pocket squares, pocket rounds, all handmade, all limited edition on the website. We've also added some pre-tied and self-tied bow ties. They're all limited edition, all very unique. We also have some little bow tie lapel buttons. These actually are buttons that go in the lapel of a jacket to act as a color accent, to bring out a color maybe in the pinstripe, a color in your shirt, a color in your pocket square, pocket round, just a great little accent. And again, it's not a pin. It's actually a button that goes in the buttonhole. And then finally we have some silk scarves that were designed by my 17-year-old daughter, who's an incredibly gifted artist. We took her canvas paintings and turned them into 60 by 20 and 50 by 50 scarves. And then for the men, we created some 16-inch by 16-inch pocket squares that are beautiful to put into your jacket pocket of your blazer. Again, you've been watching the Perky Collar radio and TV show here on the Wake Up Call Network. I thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you tune in again next week.